Here's the thing, nobody tells you about rental properties. There are exactly three numbers that separate the pros from the people losing money every month. Master these and you can walk through any property and know in 5 minutes whether it's a deal or a disaster. Let me show you what happened to Marcus in Cleveland last year. He bought a triplex for $180,000. Rents totaled $400 a month. Sounds great, right? Except after his mortgage, property taxes, insurance, management fees, vacancy reserves, maintenance buffer, and capital expenditure fund, he cleared $247 a month. That's cash flow, the actual money that hits your account after every single expense is paid. If that number's positive, the property works. If it's negative, you're writing a check every month to own real estate. Marcus's $247 might not sound sexy, but it's $2,964 a year of real cash. That's the first number that matters. Now here's where most beginners get stuck. They look at cash flow and think they're done. But cash flow changes with financing. Put more money down, your mortgage drops, your cash flow jumps. Does that make it a better property? Not necessarily. That's where cap rate comes in. It strips out the mortgage completely and asks one question. How much does this property earn relative to what it costs? You take your net operating income, that's your annual rent minus everything except the mortgage, and divide by purchase price. Same Cleveland triplex, annual rent is $28,800. Operating expenses run $16,800. That's $12,000 in NOI. Divide by the $180,000 price and you get 6.7%. That's the cap rate. It lets you compare a triplex in Cleveland to a duplex in Memphis to a single family in Phoenix on level ground, no matter who's financing what. Most investor-grade rentals fall between 6% and 10%. Below 6%, you're probably in an appreciation play. Above 10%, verify those numbers twice because something's either undervalued or broken. But here's the metric that actually tells you if your money is working hard enough: cash-on-cash return. This accounts for leverage. Marcus put $40,000 into that deal. Down payment, closing costs, initial reserves. His $2,964 annual cash flow divided by $40,000 is 7.4%. That's what his actual invested dollars are earning. Compare that to a property where you put $60,000 in and clear $4,200 a year. Same city, same condition. That's only 7% cash on cash. The first deal works harder even though the second produces more total cash. Here's what changes everything. These numbers vary wildly by market. In Memphis or Birmingham, you can find 9% cap rates and 14% cash-on-cash returns all day. In Denver or Austin, a 5% cap rate is competitive. Neither is wrong, they're just different strategies. One is cash flow now, the other is betting on appreciation later. Your job is to know the benchmarks for your market, then run every property against them. Not against what some guru on YouTube says is good. Against what actual investors in your zip code are achieving right now. The Flip Mantis underwriting tool calculates all three automatically. You plug in the address, the financing, and your expense assumptions, which we're covering in the next lesson, and it shows you whether the deal actually works. Because here's the truth, you can't manage what you don't measure. And in rental property investing, these three numbers are the only measurements that matter.